I'm going to speak on why young people not joining political party in their respective countries in Africa.
Is
Part of the reason why Africa is going backwards. We know for sure that the people that builds a nation are the youths, not the old people. When nation is built by the youth, it is the old people that preserve those nations. If you want to build a nation, you don't take old people, you take young people. But then, if you go across the continent of Africa, you find out that 99.999% of young Africans have no affiliation with any political party in their nation. Yet they want to change. Change doesn't fall from heaven. Old people can never hand you power. You take it. In my own country, down in the 70s in Nigeria, all the people who occupy the political positions were in their late 20s and 30s. And the same thing goes across the continent of Africa. And today it's very difficult to see a young man who have an affiliation with a political party that is in his 26, in 25, 30. All the people you see are 40 years and above. Sometimes ago, the great literary giant and the Nobel Prize winner Wole Soyinka wrote a very short, concise article listing the years of the people who were in power in Nigeria during the 70s and 80s, and then come down to the 90s. And he was trying to compare the younger generation in Nigeria to get into political party so that you can be part and parcel of the people who shape and design the next phase of the political situation in Nigeria. You can't sit outside of the gate and change things inside the house. You sit with the people in the house to change things inside that place. And I know quite all right why this thing does happen. We are a people that deeply rooted in superstition. Take an average person anywhere in Africa, be it Nigeria, Burundi, Rwanda, Congo, Mali, Botswana, Czech Republic, and ask them, why are you not going to join the political party? He said, everybody, but the governor, the senator, the heads of state, they all belong to a highly devilish secret society. That's the reason why they don't want to join political party. That is rooted in superstition. There is no any empirical evidence to verify or to back up what he's saying. And even if that is the truth, you are not going there to belong. You are not going there to fight nobody. You are going there to shape culture. Like I used to be afraid. In my country, they believe that everybody that has a political affiliation is into one secret society or another. For that reason, instantly, it locks off in your brain as a young man never to go near political positions. Because you are afraid. Your brain is not royal enough to understand how the real world works. So you believe that these guys key people to obtain those positions. And those people know fully well. So they are scheming. The design strategies to make it look like as though truly what you're saying is realistic. There are almighty secret society people. So don't come close to this place as young people. They have sold this mentality to every young person in Nigeria, Ghana, Burundi, Rwanda, Congo, Mali, Botswana, Egypt. They are sitting back on the fence, looking at the old people, messing up the entire system. Like I said, forgive old people, but you must stop what they are doing. How do you do that? You create a new strategy. Get into politics. Study their mentality, their psychology, their behavior. You are going to tell yourself, I am going to be the gatekeeper of this kind of inferior system of political ideas and political initiative in my country and my continent. It stops with me. You become an observer. Whatever they do, you observe it. Then you go back to teach young people in your country and your continent. The people in their 2 years, 5 years, 10 years, let them look up to you. You become a role model. They hear you speak. They see the life you live. They can't see that of old people. In other words, the future is bright. When they become 60s and 50s, like those men, easily all of those things that is making the society go backward will automatically fizzle out by its own. But hence we sit out and we run away from joining the political positions in the country and continent of Africa. There is never a time that we are going to be the people that will shape the society. Like I tell you guys every now and then, that in less than 30 years from now, most of those guys would all be dead. You and I will be in the normal age of the people who are over there, 60s, 50s, 70s, but without the right ideology, having been seated with them across the table in the political system, we want to understand how those things are being done. I tell people sometimes that, you see, election is won before the day of the casting of the votes. And don't get me wrong, this is from an empirical point of view. Why? We have 3 layers that you have to go through to become a governor, to become a president, and other positions in your country and this continent. There is a party administration. Party administration is more powerful than primary. So we have primary. Primary is more powerful than the presidential and then the governor election. So most of the times, what the citizens see is what is happening within the presidential election. They comes to cast vote. They are not aware of what is happening behind door inside the party administration. And you come to my country, they lack the mental fortitude on how to analyze situation. You must understand from henceforth that there is no Jagaban, there is no articulate, there is no Obidat. They are all the same people. There is no PDP, no APC, no MPP, no APUGA. They are all the same people. Today they are here, tomorrow they are there. The same thing happens across the continent of Africa. You must go into political position and start to study them and know why they do that. Why do they scheme? They are today in APC, tomorrow they are in PDP, tomorrow they are ANPP. Why are they doing that? You are studying it, you are recording it, you are reading books. You are trying to devise a new strategy, a new policy to shape the society that the younger generation behind you will thrive on. You can't do this by continuously roaming around the social media talking jumps. You do this by being part and parcel of the key players of the political system of your nation. Wake up. At the age of 25, James Madison single-handedly wrote the American Constitution. Age 25. By that age, he has read 78 books on trying to understand what it means to have a healthy constitution that will guide a society for a very long time. Now, America is almost 200 and plus years, 300 years, 400 years. It's an initiative of a young man in his 25. So you go across different nations of the world, most of the ideas that help them thrive are initiative from young people. You go to Singapore, Lee Kuan Yew became a prime minister at the age of 35. So many young people, 35 years old, in my country can never get into politics. And when they do, it is just to get a penny here and there during the election. They don't have any deep-rooted idea of what they're going to accomplish for their nation because they are not taught the right way. Now, what I'm saying is stand up where you are as a young man and say from henceforth, I'll find the political party that I feel that aligns with my idea of what a nation should practice as a governance. And then start becoming a voice to the people over there. Read books, introduce ideas. Become PAs to the people who are already up there. Advise them. Go to seminars and workshops. Teach your younger generation. Politics is not a place you come to make money. It is a place you go to serve your people. Because 99% of all the young people that have their minds in going to a political party tomorrow, because now they don't want to go. They're waiting when they're in their 40s and their 60s, they're going to politics. It is to make money. Politics is not a place you make money. Politics is a place you serve your people. You want to make money? Then go and become an entrepreneur. You can make more money than the entire politicians in your country. Dangote is so stinkly rich. He's not a politician. But if you want to be a real leader, then you must serve your people. And you need to understand and study concisely to be able to articulate the difference between a politician and a real leader. For a politician can be a leader, but not all politicians are leaders. You need to understand this. Go now and register. And don't go there to fight the old people. It may haunt you. Devise a strategy. Forgive all the errors they are doing. Tell them I'm seeing it. Take a note about that. Ask yourself, what is the possible way to make sure that the younger generation behind me are going to avert this? How are we going to maneuver this and never to fall into its huddle. And when you do so, you have contributed enormously to the advancement of your society. For those who shape society are those who have the willingness to do so. In my country, there are so many young people that God has given the capacity and the capability to go in there and be part of the people that shape the entire society for the good of everyone in that society. But they will never do that. When you ask them, what is the problem? They say there is no job in the society. You are sent to school to understand leadership, so you get in there and you change it. You are not going there to get a job. But everybody that is a graduate in my country, my continent, everybody is seeking for job, white collar job here and there. Instead of saying, what shall we do to create a policy that will create an environment for everyone in the society to thrive economically? This is one of the reasons why the younger generation of Africa must pay attention to what is happening. And this is one of the things that is heading African people backward. You can't grow Africa when you're not part of the people who are contributing to what is shaping Africa. The old people, you know, their brain is already in linear dimension. Yours is holistic. You can try idea, discard them, try a new one. They can't. They don't have the flexibility, the mental flexibility to do that. It is young people that try new things and discard and do errors. And possibly at the end of the day, they may have come up with something good. It is not all the old leaders in a society that does anything as to which you see Traoré doing today. Why Traoré is able to do those kind of things as a young man? If you take him right now, the same man, and make him 70, 80 years old, he will not be able to do that. Not because he doesn't know, but he's afraid. He's rigid in his thinking and in exercise. But as a young man, as I am, if I become a president of a nation, I'm probably going to test any idea and discard the one that's not working, and testing and discarding. That's what he's doing. It's not because he's better off than other people. He's just a little bit younger. Young people build society. It is old people that preserve society. But hence, our society is yet to be built. We then have to make sure that our young people are in there contributing, so that when it is built, we can clear way for our older people who have the wisdom to preserve what we have built. This is how you work. What is the essence of studying political science? Civic education. At the end of the day, if I ask you, what are you going to do in your country? What are you going to do in your state? You tell me there's no job. You are sick mentally. Go in there and combat with them. Politics is a toggle. You fight with them, bring your own initiative, ideas, and make sure that you are heard by all means necessary. Every single one of us, wherever you are, go right now as a young man, and I'm speaking only to those who know deep down that God has given them the gift of leadership. I do not say that every one of us should go and become leaders or go into politics. If you know deep down that God encoded your DNA with the ability to be a leader, go right now and join the political party. Not to make money, but to study the mentality of the people that are there. There is an already existing idea in the system that you need to understand. You need to get into the politics so you see how they practice. What they're being practiced in most African countries is partisan politics. Today, I'm in this party, I'm speaking with this party. When this party is not moving well, I'll run away and go to the other party, I'm speaking for them. So most politicians are people who are crooked by nature. That's why they are not leader. A real leader is not deceiving the society. He's finding a way to contribute his own quota. That's what you need to do. When you study them and see that, oh, what is happening? They need money. That's why they move from this place to this place. They move from this place to this place. I'm not here for money. I want to stay here. I want to build something. I'm not interested in if I become a president or not. I want to initiate idea. Without us young people getting into the politics and doing and thinking in this dimension, no future for African people. There is no time that these old people are going to hand us power. They are going to hand power to those who are hearing their language, and they will repeat the same mistake over and over and over and again. You and I, who are people who know what to be done, are crying day and night. We should be changing things rather than crying and complaining, whining, ground, pounding, accusing finger to one another. We should be part and parcel of the people who shape the culture. That's why I'm saying, younger generation of Africa, wake up and get into the political system of your country and do what you must do to make sure that every young person in your society live up to their highest level of destinies and purpose. Don't ask me, how do I get into a political party or how to get into a political party, get in there now. Anyhow, you get in there. Attach yourself to people, learn, read books, observe, provide ideas, speak up, be eloquent, practice oratory. You see, one of the reasons why most African people cannot energize their citizens, they don't know how to talk. They don't take classes in oratory. They speak as though they are having a conversation with their wife or their family members. You speak to your people in a way that will trigger their emotion, and they are willing to do anything possible. No matter the nation you are living in, with the voice you have, you can change the trajectory of the nation and make them do impossible things. Every nation built in the world today were done by men who have captured a vision and were able to speak it into the mind of the generation people. And they go ahead there to build a nation that never fails. Get into the political positions and do the needful. Like I keep saying, don't go there to fight old people. Go there to understand their mentality and position yourself in a way that you will edit the errors that they are creating and then pass it down to people behind you, so that when they get there, the work would have been done. And when it's done, it's done. You live in an Eldorado society where there is no killing, pillaging, no tribalism, no religious nepotism, but unity, harmony, love with one another. It all happens here. I beseech young people to get into a political party in all the continent of Africa. And don't forget to share this video. I remain Captain Africa. Ad Astra.